On another episode of Two Wheel Monster Garage, we will be doing a transmission fluid change on a 2016 Honda CRV. The Honda CRV has the Earth Dreams Technology IV Tech. Boy, what a mouthful. Down here, as you can see, there is the transmission fill. It's HCF-2, so you want to get that kind of transmission fluid. As you can see, there's no dipstick. Maybe I'm the dipstick. Anyways, we're gonna show, I'm here on a hill. As you can see that the vehicle is kind of in a slant going down. Whoops. And there's a good reason for that. When we jack it up, I'll show you why. So here we are under the vehicle. I bet there's all kinds of plastics, and fortunately mine doesn't have it. And here is the drain plug for the transmission. Now, I didn't have a marker, and sometimes on YouTube or on the internet, you try to find torque specs. And if you don't have access stuff, I just kind of took a file and just made a little niche here, and then kind of made a little niche on there. You just try to line it up. Also, too, sometimes if you take shape, take note of how far it goes in. Sometimes I know there's a crush washer there, and I got a new one from the Honda dealer with the fluid. So what we're gonna do is, I got my nice big handy dandy extension, and to get this in there. And then I found that sometimes if you can't tug on that, let's go. Oh, sorry about the video. Let's give it a little bit of a whirl here. Got my glove on, you know. I'm gonna give it a little tug. See how easy that was? Didn't even need a breaker bar. And there's my mark, but I feel it's already almost out. So let's take a look to see what we got here. Let's see what color this is gonna be. I don't know if it was bad as the other transmission fluid change I've been doing. Look at that. Oh, that's not too bad. Still pretty decent color. Looks a little dark. I don't know how long ago I got the transmission fluid changed, and look at that little guy. Got some gunk on it, but we're gonna get it changed out, and I'll show you how to measure how much fluid's in here next, so that we don't have to guess if we don't know how much transmission fluid to put back in. Okay, so now that we have all the oil drained out, go back to, remember, right to tighten, left to loosen here in America. And there's my marks. As you can see how far I gotta go. And you can see, looks good enough to me. Don't have a torque wrench. Kind of put it right back where I was. I do have a torque wrench. Just trying to say, if you don't have one, you technically kind of don't need one. So there's that. Now time to go measure the fluid so we can put the right amount back in. Oh yeah, and don't forget to take the drain plug or the fill plug out of the transmission on the top side, because a lot more comes out faster. Okay, so here we are. We're gonna go ahead and measure how much transmission fluid is in here. On a previous video, sick plug, you can see how I took a regular windshield wiper bottle fluid, marked it off at 1 quart, 2 quart, 3 quarts, 4 quarts, and it's pretty simple. Let's find out. You bear with me for the camera angle, because when you are by yourself, there's only so much one can do. Filling it up, making sure I put the right amount back in my car so I can go do ride share. Boy, this stuff looks like oil. See that? Woo-wee. Filling it up, making sure. Now, I just wanted to remind you that I did have this totally empty so that I could try to tell how much was in there. I called the dealership at the service department, the parts department, and they told me 4 quarts. So we'll find out. It's getting close, dude. Oh, I'll have to shorten this video up. So we're there at the 4-quart mark. I feel like it's gonna be more than that. Well, that's 4. I feel like I drained out 5. So let me go put this in a suitable container. I feel like there's 5 that I should be putting in. We'll see. So the final amount drained, it looks like it was 5 quarts. I know it looks like it's kind of worn away. This was the halfway mark. If you go from here to here, you measure 2 to 3, that looks like 5 total. And the dealership parts counter told me 4. So now I gotta get another one. I wonder if draining it on the slant like that in the hill helped it out. I don't know, but it smells really bad. Look at all that gooiness. Look at the transmission fluid. It looks like it's yellow, not the typical red you're used to seeing. Something to take note, because when I was draining it, I thought it was going to be red, and it wasn't. But it still looked dark in my opinion. Hey, it doesn't hurt to do it, right? So I just made a trip to the dealership, another dealership, and they told me it was 4.5 foot drains out when it's on the left. Probably because you're on a hill. That's probably why you got 5. Food for thought. And just remember, when you like and subscribe, I return the favor. And here's to you doing it yourself.